Good evening and thank you for joining us. The man at the center of a high-profile Thunder Bay manslaughter trial has been granted day parole. 25-year-old Brayden Bushby was convicted and sentenced 2 years ago in connection with the 2017 trailer hitch incident that led to the death of 34-year-old Barbara Kentner. Bushby was sentenced to 7 years and 11 months in a federal prison following a judge's guilty verdict in December 2020. He served 2 years and 2 months after being sentenced the following June. Bushby admitted to throwing the trailer hitch at Kentner while she was walking down the street. She suffered internal injuries and died 6 months later. According to documentation from the Parole Board of Canada, which was obtained by Dougal Media, Bushby has been granted day parole for 6 months following a hearing held on August 10th. Full parole for Bushby was denied by the Parole Board, which noted that's premature at present. Bushby initially planned to appeal his conviction and sentence, but the Parole Board decision notes that he's no longer pursuing an appeal. Police in Martin Falls First Nation have arrested a second man in connection to an attempted murder at a Thunder Bay hotel on August 5th. The victim was allegedly attacked unprovoked with an edged weapon. Thunder Bay Police and Anishinaabe Police worked together to arrest 44-year-old Patrick William Baxter of Martin Falls. He appeared in court today and remains in custody. The Thunder Bay Regional Hospital's long-awaited cardiac surgery unit project continues to move ahead. Hospital officials provided an update to TBT News, saying they want construction to begin in the fall of 2024, and the Hospital Foundation expects to restart the fundraising campaign later this year. Jessica Clement has the details.
Cardiac surgery in Thunder Bay is one step closer to reality. When we last checked in, the Thunder Bay Regional Hospital already received approval on the second stage of the project, which included the description of programs to be delivered, the workload, and staffing. Vice President of Operations, Clinical and Support Services, Peter Millema, says they are currently waiting for Stage 2.2 approval from the ministry, with another 4 phases to follow.
We anticipate that construction would start fall of 2024, and the expected length of time is 2 to 2.5 years for a project of that size. So it would be 2026, probably late 2026, early 2027 when we would see procedures being performed.
Once completed, the surgery space will feature a cardiac operating room for open heart surgery, imaging equipment for minimally invasive heart surgeries, and beds for a cardiovascular surgery unit and coronary care unit. Hospital Foundation CEO Glenn Craig says they're going to restart their fundraising campaign for the space later this fall, but won't have the fundraising goal set until October. A portion of proceeds from the Foundation's 50-50 draw is also helping fund the project and has already made a $1 million contribution.
And I'm sure that's the first of probably several contributions. Like everything else, things are a bit more expensive than they were back in 2019, so we are expecting to have to expand our envelope a bit.
Millema says he knows this new addition to the hospital will have a big impact on residents living in the region.
It's huge. I mean, cardiac surgery within Thunder Bay, care closer to home, huge economic impact. There will be jobs that are created. So yeah, it's everyone's looking forward to it.
We know when we ran out to the community, the idea of bringing cardiac surgery was something very appealing. Too many of us, we've seen family and friends have to go out of town. They've got great care, but they're away from their support networks at a really stressful time of their life. So having cardiac surgery here is great for quality of care, quality of life. It's just the right thing to do.
Jessica Clement, TBT News.
Thunder Bay Police are looking for a man wanted on multiple dangerous driving charges and are asking for help from the public. 43-year-old James Andrew Morrow is wanted for 3 counts of dangerous driving and fleeing from police. The latest incident happened on Tuesday afternoon on City Road on Fort William First Nation. Police say Morrow fled at a high speed when officers tried to pull him over in this older model red GMC Sierra truck on the right of your screen. He's described as a white male, 5 feet 9 inches tall, with a medium build. His vehicle bears the license plate number BB48648. Anyone with information on the whereabouts of James Andrew Morrow is asked to call police or Crime Stoppers. Students are heading back to school next week, and Thunder Bay's new French public school on Victoria Avenue will open its doors for the first time after 6 months of construction and renovations. École Publique de Thunder Bay, located at the former Edgewater Park Public School site, is the first fully French public school in the city. About 20 students are enrolled for its inaugural year. Some of the building upgrades include a new HVAC system, roofing, an accessible elevator, new lighting in the classrooms and gym, and water fountains for the students and staff. Principal Oysam Wan is excited that there's another option for those in the fully French education system.
We've been working hard, and I've finally met all my staff this week, so I'm very excited. Everyone's bringing a lot of positive energy, and everyone feels the excitement of opening a new school on the south end of town, offering another option to Francophone families and immersion families to come in and have full-day education in French. So,
École Publique de Thunder Bay will open its doors to students on Wednesday. It's not only the start of a new school year at Lakehead University, but also the start of a new era with a brand new president at the helm. Jillian Siddall was chosen in January to lead the university for the next 5 years. Lee Noonan caught up with her this morning to talk about her vision.
The woman who'll lead Lakehead University over the next 5 years is Jillian Siddall. While her own academic background is in literature, Siddall wants to emphasize the value of Lakehead's broad range of programs at all academic levels.
The students who attend Lakehead University get the richness of being at a comprehensive university, but also the kind of intimacy of being at a smaller university. And my vision is to continue to nurture that. I think we're looking at some growth, both in Thunder Bay and on the Aurelia campus. I'm very committed to reconciliation and equity, diversity and inclusion and social justice. And I also want to make sure that the incredible research record at Lakehead remains strong and continues to grow.
Siddall will be setting more concrete goals as the university develops its next strategic plan, but 2 items she already knows will be prioritized are the veterinary program partnership with Guelph University and the establishment of the Gitche Kandasowin Center, which has been stuck in the planning phase for around 7 years.
It's a standalone building that would be dedicated to supporting Indigenous students, faculty and staff, partnering with Indigenous communities, a space where we can really focus on the work of reconciliation. I am very committed to getting that done, getting that built.
Siddall came on as president over the summer and says she's been enjoying the opportunity to connect with the community and especially this week's back-to-school celebrations.
Well, I hope I'll be a very approachable president. I like to be well connected with the community. I've been spending these first 2 months touring around with various administrative and academic units, listening to people, learning, what's going on at the university.
The role is something of a homecoming for Siddall. She started her career at Lakehead 25 years ago and was here for 17 years, making her way up to Dean of Social Sciences before leaving for leadership roles at other universities. She says it's nice to be back. Lee Noonan, TBT News.
And finally, the Live on the Waterfront concert series at Marina Park has wrapped up for another year. The City of Thunder Bay presented 8 Wednesday night concerts this summer, and last night's final performer, Shawnee Kish, wowed the audience with her amazing vocals.
Don't sleep in the darkness, and that's what it's like for me.
Tell me how the last night of Live on the Waterfront went.
It went great. It's nice to see people out, and yeah, we're excited to end the season with a bang, if you will. Yeah.
Overall, how were the crowds for these things?
I mean, we didn't have the best weather for most of it, but when the weather was good, it was a good turnout for sure.
About 1,000 people attended last night's concert, and most of them stuck around afterwards to watch the season-ending fireworks show at the marina. The 10-minute show started just before 10 o'clock and could be seen from vantage points all around the city.
I mean, people really enjoy fireworks, so we're happy to do this, and it will be great. It's a great opportunity to get people out, and so if this is what brings them out, it's great that we're able to do that.
City Council voted in July to remove fireworks from future budgets as a cost-cutting measure that will save the city about $12,000 a year. As a result, this was the last city-run fireworks show for the foreseeable future.